CLIP0008 again. James and Tammy going to bring another video to you. I'm a C6-7 quad. No trunk, no hands.
No.
Well, I've actually got trunk. I got hands, but no function in my trunk. Function in my hands. I got a little over 50% of my triceps. Pretty much, nothing else works. I'm going to do a transfer into this 2013 Force RX, just to show you, how I do it. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but this is the way that I would do it. So I would pull up to my bike in this position right here, and lock my brake. This isn't always really pretty, so if it doesn't turn out great, it is what it is. I scoot forward, and I throw one of my legs forward. You got to remember, if you're one of those folks that look at this and say, wow, look how he's doing all that. He must have a lot of function. Not really, but I've been doing it since, I've been getting it out of a hand cycle since 1998. I borrowed my first hand cycle. 99, I got my first bike. So, if I make it look easy, that's why. If you're one of those people that do make it look easy, and you look at this and say, gosh, that guy needs to learn how to get in and out. I get better as summer goes on and if I ride a lot. Since I started this business, I've gotten where I do not ride near as much as I used to, and that affects my transfer. Sometimes it's pretty smooth, sometimes it's not so smooth. A lot of it depends on spasticity. I love those ADI brakes, by the way. Okay, so I'm somewhat in position to scoot on down, and I need to get my butt further that direction. So what I do is I lean out on this arm and shove my butt over. I went too far. Yeah, that was good. Went back. Okay. Now I'm pretty much where I need to be. I put my hands down here to kind of gauge where my butt's at. It doesn't always work, but then I hook my hands either up here or under here. For some reason this feels comfortable today. I lay my head back on the headrest and just pull myself up and scoot on down. It's a lot easier with bike shorts on. They're slicker, but I don't have them on today. Alright, so I've got myself pretty close to position. I use the back of my hand to throw my leg out a little bit, and then I get a hold of my calf. I don't really get a hold of it, but I'm pushing on my calf with the back of my hand, and then see this crank arm, the left crank arm? I've got my hand on it, okay? So I lean the cranks this way, I lean out, and throw the bike. Now, don't touch that.
I'm not.
Okay. Now, if it's stuck like that, usually, it's not going to work. Okay, it fell out that time. Sometimes you can wiggle it around and it'll fall in place. This time it didn't happen. So, I'm going to do it again. And in it goes. There we go. So that one's in. And I'll do this one the same way. My hand under there, push. And then lean out. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that's getting in. And put this strap in here. I explained this in another video, but I'll explain it again. I like this ratchet strap or sun strap that's just below my crotch on my upper thighs. What that does is help control my legs. I also use the curved leg supports. On my R, my old bike, I had the longer footrest. I think I kind of like the longer footrest better in some ways. The nice thing about this is when I pull my foot out of the the footrest, it falls in between. It's not trapped like it is with the longer footrest and two straps. I almost always lose my shoe. This works a little bit better than I would expect. Anyway, then you've got the secondary strap here, or the regular seat belt. And I use my thumb knuckles, I guess you'd call it, to get these pulled up. Normally it's not quite as big a pain. One of these days I'll get my lovely wife to throw me a couple of straps on, or loops on there, so that this is a little bit easier. And one thing you want to do before you get in is make sure these two little loops here are sticking out from underneath the seat. There's been a time or two I've gotten in and then realized that I've got the seat cushion on top of it, and I have to get all the way back out of the bike so I can get those loops out of there. There. Okay. So I'm strapped in and I'm ready to go. Now I'll go ahead and get back out. This is the unpretty part. You'll probably get a good laugh out of if it goes like it has the last few times. Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll be prettier. If you stick those straps back down over the Velcro, then when you get out of here, it doesn't pick up near as much crud when you've got it poked down underneath the seat. The newer strap that you can get when you buy the top-end bike, these little releases have an ear sticking up, makes them a lot easier to release. I can make these release, but about breaks your finger off. My wife keeps telling me to change it out. I've got a different strap, but I haven't done it yet. Now, I like these cranks in a little different position. I don't know how they got here, but I'm going to bring this around one more time to lock in a higher position. I guess while I'm here, I should show you how this brake works. Pretty nice little brake. This is the release. And when you hit that release, it releases the brake, then you can pedal backwards. If you've got it all the way forwards, you can just keep going around. When you bring it back, it'll lock in. And by back pedaling, you stop. I like it pretty well. It's got its advantages and disadvantages, just like anything that you'll buy. But it works pretty good. So now I'm going to reset it so that I can get out of this bike. Oops. And I missed. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm going to bring my chair back over here. And get it around where hopefully I can get my butt up on it. And I'll pop this foot out. I'm going to lose this shoe, bro. Almost. Good. I had to get up quickly and around today, so I forgot my socks. Now what I do to get set up is a combination of two things. I put one hand down on the ground and the other hand up here, and I'll pull myself up. Oops.
You're okay. You're okay.
Camera see it? All right. I hook onto the cranks or onto the brake stub sticking out here, whatever I get my hand hooked on, and then once I'm kind of setting up, I keep one hand on the cement because there's a lot of grip. Yeah.
There you go.
Get hooked on everything. And I scoot back. And I told you this is probably going to be a comic event. It usually is. All right. stand up this other leg. Positioning is about 9/10 of this, getting in and out. Strength is probably just 1/10. Now, there's a couple different ways to do this. I can either put my hand down here and launch my butt up there, or I can bring my hand around to the headrest. I found out on this Force RX, unlike my R, that whenever I put a lot of pressure back here, that back goes to popping and a crackling. So I've kind of quit doing that because I don't want to break it, because I can't afford to buy another one. And I haven't got time to make a better one. So I'm going to put my hand down here, and I'm going to lean forward. When I lean forward, I'm going to put my butt up in the air, and I'm on a row hook cushion. Might usually cause me a lot of grief, but if it worst comes to worst, I'll come back down, and then I'll take the cushion out and try it again. That wasn't quite as ugly as it's been. I must be getting better already this season. But that's how I do it. So thanks for watching. Visit us at quadgrips.com. We have a new website. Should launch at the end of this month. And we should have a lot of content explaining our products, how they can be used. And we will enjoy visiting you there. Thank you.